People Who Care has been serving our neighbors in the surrounding communities of Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, and Dewey since 1992, and it's one of the greatest service organizations in this area.
My name is Gala Allen, and I have been a volunteer with People Who Care for 7+ years.
My name is Gil Walter, and I have been a volunteer with People Who Care for 2.5 years.
I'm Judy Gravy, and I've been helping with People Who Care for about 3 years.
I'm Susie Hout, and I have been a volunteer with People Who Care for about 9 years.
My name's Ed Wilson. My wife and I retired here to Arizona and bought a little place here in Chino Valley 2 years ago. And we met a neighbor that got us involved in People Who Care.
In most every case, when you volunteer, you receive a whole lot more than you actually give. And that's probably been the best part of working with People Who Care.
I always tell people I get more out of it than the people that I'm actually helping.
The thing about People Who Care is when you show up on an assignment, you are not strangers anymore because you're connected by People Who Care.
Favorite part of People Who Care is the one-on-one contact with the neighbors that we serve. The relationship is what's so important.
Some of the people that I've actually helped with People Who Care or serviced have been with going to doctor appointments, a variety of doctor appointments, and then I've also taken people to grocery shopping and even to vision course classes here at People Who Care.
People Who Care took over the program that was a private practice, actually, of an occupational therapist who was moving to Tucson, and she wanted to make sure that her low vision program continued because there was nothing in our community that could serve the purpose of helping people remain as independent as possible with vision loss.
I'm Shirley Richards, and I have been with People Who Care about 8 months. When I call, sometimes I feel like I'm asking too much, but their willingness makes it so that I feel like I'm talking to friends. I didn't know what I was going to do. I used to say that when I can no longer drive, my life is done. But People Who Care has changed that, because my life isn't done.
Good morning, Miss Shirley. How are you?
I'm just fine, and how are you today?
Good.
The most recent thing that I have gotten involved in with People Who Care is the stroke support group. And we started that group about 2.5 years ago. It was a much needed group in the community, as we had a lot of people that were coming out of rehab but then didn't have the support that they needed when they got home. This support group is for the stroke survivor, but it's equally for the caregiver, as both have lost much through the event of the stroke, and their lives have changed, their relationships with people have changed, and their world gets very small. The feedback that we get from the people who come say that it is invaluable to them, that they haven't been able to leave their home and felt like people understood who they were, what they were going through, and when they come and they get to sit together and talk about their losses, about the changes in their life, about adaptation to the changes that the stroke has caused, they find that they can relate and that other people understand.
Hi, I'm Lyle Miller. I've been working with People Who Care for about the last 15 years, and they've really went out of their way to help me. My relation with Ed, we met, I guess, probably about 2 or 3 years ago. And when I talk to people, I have to include Ed in my conversation, because he is one of the greatest people that I know.
The neighbor that I helped that I liked a lot was, his first name's Bill. And he has since passed away, but he was a World War II vet. I showed up one day at his house to pick him up, and he was trimming trees. Now, he's done that for other volunteers. The bad thing is, he's 92 and he's on a ladder trimming a tree. And he was legally blind, and he shouldn't have been on the ladder in the first place, but he was there. I got him down, got him in the car, we went on our assignment, we did some shopping, came back, and instead of putting him up in the tree, I told him to go sit down and watch, and I would trim the tree the rest of the way.
People who care allow elderly and disabled people to remain independent in their home, surrounded by their comfort.
People who care, they really do care, because they've been a godsend to me. I don't know what I would ever do without their helping me and their friendship.
That's a gift that we have the opportunity to participate in. I think it's one of the loveliest things that we can do.
I would tell those people who donate to people who care that we could not be here without you.
Thank you.
I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I would like to gratefully thank you for being here tonight and for all of your support to people who care. Thank you.